The sound of a gunshot cuts through the rain-soaked night, sharper than thunder, nothing like the movies. I'm Tom Harper, sprawled on the porch of my family's 200-year-old ranch, blood seeping from my leg. Above me stands Claire Wentworth, president of the Pineview Estates HOA, her pistol still smoking. Moments ago, she decided my refusal to sell Harper Ranch was a crime worth punishing. Her shot wasn't meant to kill, just to prove she could. Night cloaks the Texas plains, and no one's close enough to hear my groans. This isn't the first time someone's tried to pry this land from my family, but we've held it since 1823 for a reason. Earlier that day, I was sipping coffee in my great-grandfather's oak chair, the wood worn smooth by generations, staring across green pastures toward Pineview's gleaming mansions. The morning sun bounced off their glass, a jarring contrast to the ranch's weathered barns. My phone buzzed. Me daughter, Sarah, calling from law school, bubbling about an essay her professor loved. Pride warmed me until a sleek Cadillac screeched up to the gate. Claire Wentworth stepped out, navy suit crisp, flanked by two nervous HOA lackeys. Her smile was all teeth as she launched into her pitch. Pineview needed to expand, and Harper Ranch was in the way. She offered $1.5 million, double the market value, her voice smooth as whiskey. Think of the fresh start, Tom, she said, eyes skimming the land without seeing its soul. I pointed to the sign by the house Harper family, EST 1823, and told her about the 5 generations who'd toiled here, through droughts in the Great Depression. No sale. She upped it to $2 million, but her smile tightened when I held firm. This ranch is dragging down Pineview's value, she snapped, her polish cracking. You're hurting 200 families. My jaw clenched, but I stayed calm. The Harpers were here before Pineview existed, Claire. This land's not for sale. Her eyes flicked to an old mare grazing nearby. Everyone has a price, Tom. I'll find yours. Her words hung like a storm cloud as she drove off. I'd faced enemies in war zones, but her cold stare unnerved me. The next day, an HOA letter arrived, whining about unsightly fences and animal odors lies, given my ranch's pristine condition. In town, shopkeepers who once greeted me warmly turned distant. At the diner, I overheard whispers, he's turning the ranch into a pig farm. Rumors, vicious and false, were spreading. Then Maggie Foster, a former Pineview HOA member, called, voice shaky. Claire's done this before, Tom. She'll make your life hell. I rubbed my temples, military instincts kicking in. Soon, the city slapped me with an inspection notice, citing complaints. The inspector, sweating and rushed, nitpicked minor issues, ignoring my protest that agricultural land had different rules. I jotted down his license plate and called my old buddy, Deputy Mike Carter. Over beers at a dive bar, Mike revealed the inspector's kid attended a fancy school, courtesy of Claire's charity. She's got Sheriff Daniels in her pocket too, he warned. His daughter just joined her firm. Trouble piled up. My well pump was sabotaged, 2 sheepdogs poisoned but survived, and a cut fence let horses wander into Pineview. More HOA complaints followed, accusing me of endangering residents. Security cameras I installed were smashed. One night, I spotted a figure near the stables. Claire's lackey, Greg Tate, planting an ultrasonic device to spook livestock. What's Claire's game, Greg? Animal cruelty? I growled. He bolted, leaving the device behind. Then the county health department scheduled a surprise inspection over fake odor complaints. My friend, lawyer Rachel Ortiz, explained Claire's tactic. Make ownership so miserable I'd sell. We can fight back, Rachel said, smirking. She's not invincible. Eavesdropping at a ritzy restaurant, I overheard Claire berating Greg. The stock price is tanking, and investors want results, she hissed. That farmer's ruining us. Greg mumbled. He's ex-Marine, Claire. He's tough. She didn't care legal or not. She wanted my land. Days later, she upped her offer to $3 million, enough to clear my mortgage and secure Sarah's future. But her next words chilled me. I know Sarah's law school isn't cheap, Tom. Banks get twitchy with risky loans. I stared her down. Threaten my daughter again, Claire, and you'll regret it. She twisted her diamond ring. Everyone breaks eventually. The bank, newly acquired by Claire's conglomerate, flagged my mortgage for review. Alone in the dark, I stared at a photo of my ancestors, feeling the weight of their legacy. I called Sarah, who switched to battle mode. We need evidence tying Claire to the harassment, she said, arriving home with 2 law school friends. They turned the dining room into a war room, whiteboards scrawled with plans. Sarah launched a Save Harper Ranch video, showing the felled oaks and scarred land, narrating our 200-year history. It exploded online, rallying locals against overdevelopment. Claire struck back, forging documents to steal 5 acres of my land. Workers dug trenches, claiming city permits. Rachel got a stop work order, but the damage a century-old oak's gone stung deep. Sarah baited Claire, posing as a conflicted daughter willing to sell. At a fancy restaurant, Claire spilled her plans, a luxury spa and mall to rival Aspen, with my ranch as the centerpiece. Your dad's too stubborn, she told Sarah, unaware of the hidden recorder. But I can offer you a job, a big salary. She admitted to buying my bank, hiring Greg for sabotage and bribing officials. That night, we caught Greg's thug trying to steal our prize horse, Thunder, to frame me for an attack. Mike arrested him, warning, Claire's desperate. Her stock's crashing. Sarah's campaign gained traction. Reporter Emily Klein exposed Claire's history of bullying landowners. At a town meeting, I revealed her sabotage, planting doubts despite the mayor's deflection. Residents shared their own stories of Claire's pressure. A Heritage Open Day at the ranch drew crowds, softening Pineview's hostility. Then an envelope slid under my door. Photos of Sarah at college, stalked, with a note, "Shame if something happened." Rage surged. I cornered Greg at a gas station. "If Sarah's hurt, you're done," I snarled. He swore Claire was spiraling, hiring outsiders. Protests erupted outside the ranch, while Claire hosted a lavish Pineview event to sway opinion. Rachel filed a lawsuit, alleging forgery and harassment, but Claire's lawyers stalled. One stormy night, Amanda Pierce, Pineview's HOA secretary, called, terrified. "Claire's drunk," unhinged. I saw a gun. I prepped the ranch, checking cameras, but kept my own gun locked away. At 11 p.m., Claire's Lexus crept up, headlights off. Soaked and staggering, she screamed, "You ruined my legacy." I urged her to leave, but she drew a pistol. I dove behind a pillar as she fired, the bullet tearing into my thigh. Blood pooled as she advanced, sobbing, "All I wanted was something grand." Headlights flashed Mike's patrol car. "Drop it," he bellowed. I lunged, disarming her. She collapsed, cuffed, muttering about her shattered dreams. In the hospital, I learned the shooting video leaked, sparking fury. Greg, guilt-ridden, handed the FBI a trove of evidence. Claire's bribes, blackmail, and sabotage. Her trial gripped the nation. She was convicted of assault, forgery, and corruption, sentenced to 15 years. A civil settlement forced her to apologize, pay damages, and donate 50 acres for a nature preserve. Pineview's new HOA leader, Maggie, embraced the ranch as a community asset. I used settlement funds to start the Harper Heritage Foundation, while Sarah opened a law firm to protect small landowners. A year later, on a crisp fall day, Sarah and I sat on the porch, cider in hand, gazing at the news sign, Harper Ranch, EST 1823, Pineview's Heritage. "Grandpa would be proud," Sarah said, eyeing families in our pumpkin patch. I nodded, warmth easing old scars. Not for winning, but for building something better. Claire's empire crumbled, but Harper Ranch stood tall, a testament to grit, family, and a legacy no bullet could erase.